How's it going? Sorry about the mess. I'm sort of fixing the walls. Pretty much everything is removed and patched, I guess you would say. Anyway, Aiyima reached out and wanted me to test another amp. This is the A07 Max. Which we got here. That's what the box looks like. Side, back. So I was dying to hear it. And since I'm on a fixed budget when it comes to YouTube, I couldn't really afford to buy one. But I probably will end up buying one anyway. I want to hear what this sounds like in bridge mode. And since I only got one, I can't do that. The instructions are pretty clear if you need that. One thing I do like, I've already had a look at it, is the printing on the back. It's pretty self-explanatory. If anybody's looking to set it up in mono or stereo, obviously you would flick this over to mono. It does have a display light showing you mono or stereo, so you don't get confused that way. The silk screening on the back clearly shows what would work in mono and what would work in stereo. Obviously, it's the two positives for mono out or bridged out, and what they did is, you can see there, they silk screened it with positive and negative. So that would be negative, that would be positive for mono or bridge mode. I don't think it matters what RCA you have on here, because when in bridge mode, I think these are both run at together. We'll have to figure that out once I get one. But the case is nice. I like the two-tone. I like the two-tone with the lighter gray on the front and back and in black. It does have ventilation holes on the side. It's like they're using the same type of mounting process as the Fuzzy Audio. They turned their chip around from the top to the bottom. Still no grease on these. Wouldn't hurt. What else does it have? It says auxiliary out, which is not for... people are always complaining it doesn't have a subwoofer out. Who the hell uses a subwoofer? I mean, I used a subwoofer when I had a surround sound system, but I wouldn't use it now. It comes with a nice looking 36 volt power supply. 6 amp. From what I can see, it's got a nice pattern on it, and it's status light. Decent cord, nothing wrong there. And there's your cord. Yeah, it's very nice. I like how they've actually staggered the output jacks. And actually, when I had it hooked up to my test bench here, it looks really nice. This configuration versus turn the other way. Not to mention, it does give it a little bit more room if you have bigger connectors or jacks, banana jacks. The power is in the volume control itself. That's one of the things I don't like being a tech. Unfortunately, when these switches go bad, they go horribly wrong. Not only do they not flicker anymore, but they tend to jam it up and you can't use it at all, and they're a pain to replace. I would have much preferred, instead of having the toggle on the front, obviously they want to keep it clean, I would have put one on the back. Toggle switch is so much easier to replace and they last longer. I'm not a big fan of this. Also, the other thing I found in my initial tests is it does get a little bit warm on the large speakers. I'm using well, you've seen my speakers. I'm using the Fluence, and it does get quite warm with the Fluence. But if I use the Polk Audios, the bookshelves, it's not bad. Temperature is around 38 Celsius. But one thing I wanted to show is it's almost the same size as a 24 volt amp, which I don't get. Like, you think with the higher voltages, this is good up to 48 volts, that they would make the case bigger. but it's not much bigger than a 24-volt one, which would explain the heat. I'm sure the heat's not a big deal, but to me it was just when I was driving it hard with the Fluence tower speakers, and it got quite warm. Kind of alarmed me, but I'm sure it's fine. One thing it wouldn't help is I know with the Fuzzy Audio what's the V3 or V2? The V3, I think. Is that it? I can't really see it. I need glasses. Anyway, they got a vent on the top. I don't think that would help with this one because of its size. I'm gonna take this thing apart like right now. I'm dying to see what it looks like on the inside. It does have it's screwless in the front, so I'm not too sure how we're gonna go about this. We take all these three out here. Maybe it'll just slide out. I don't know. Let's find out. Just kind of curious to see what the internals are like. Yep, just voided the warranty. Well, that's not good. Oh no. Look, got a bad screw. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to find a different bit. Yeah, this screw here I'll be leaving out. I'm not too sure what's up with that one, but it's not going back in this. Okay, so you pull the back off, and you got some decent leads going to the board. Actually nice and thick considering the amp. We're going to have to take that out, and then after that, I think this faceplate basically stays put. It looks like it's glued on, and then this just slides out. Yeah, one thing I'm going to try with this amp is rolling the preamp chips. See if I can get it to sound any different with my large speakers. Okay, so that definitely is not glued on. I love that. It's like the world's biggest dropouts for computers. Alright. Oh, we still got to remove these two down here. Okay, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this bit or this screwdriver. Yeah, no, this bit's no good. No good at all. Oh, that'll work. Wow. Those screws are really tight. And I'm not worried about that coming loose. I get why they're not putting heat paste on there, really, because if you're rolling your chips, you would get that crap all over the place. But these things are abnormally tight. That's really tight. It's crazy tight. Alright. Should have no problem taking it apart now. There we go. Nice and clean. Get over the builds. The build quality, these things are getting better and better. Wow, look at that. Obviously, you can roll those chips if you want, which we will try and do. It's got a, looks like a relay here. Yeah, I guess that would be, oh, I see what they've done with their relay. They got that on the switch, and that does the work of bridging the traces on the board for stereo and bridged. That's the only thing that was missing from when I tried to do it manually. But you can see here they've... am I just seeing things? Oh no, it's a piece of glue. There's some hot glue on the connectors here. I thought they were bridged. But can't really see how it's set up. But that's the negative and positive input for the power for the relay itself. And those are the connectors there. I'd have to trace them to see exactly where they go. Michicon, these are actually pretty good. I'm still working on stuff from the 80s that still has stuff, these capacitors in it, and they're still good. So it's a good brand. I like that they put this on the input for pops and everything else. It's got a ground pin there. It's really good build. Really good build. Takes me back to the DIY audio days, which I'll leave a link in the description if anybody's into audio and they've never heard of that place. They would like it. It's a decent forum. It's been out. Well, I mean, I've been on it since 2001, and I still frequent it once in a while. Let's have a look at the actual chip itself. See if they put any grease on it. Because this does run hot at 48 volts, so anything I can do to help it out. Oh no, don't tell me. Did you guys put another... No, okay, you didn't. Yeah, there's a little bit under there, not a lot. And then they also have the washer. So I'll just clean that off and redo that. Nice solid piece of aluminum. And then we're going to put a little bit on this before we slide it in, bolt it back down. But decent quality, decent build. Like I said, this would be nicer if you keep the board the same size, it's just make the case a little bit wider or longer to distribute more heat. And that's not going to affect anybody who uses 36 volts. And whatever. Okay, get that back in there. Okay. I bet you I can't do it again. Oh, too bad. You lose, I win. All right. Just going to do a quick rebuild here. Clean this up. Yeah, so you'll be seeing a lot of this amp. I have tons of different things I want to try with it. But, like I said, I really can't do too much until I get I buy another one. I want to hear them in bridge mode. But there you go. Let's a bit of butter on this. Trying to conserve. There we go. Don't need a lot of it. A little bit goes a long way. Ease of taking this thing apart is pretty good. I liked how everything just slides together. Honestly, I thought the front was glued on. There we go. And I'm going to put every screw in, but the one that was giving me a hard time, because you know what, that's that one there. I'll find another screw for this, the RCA's. Steal it from there. If I put that screw in, because it's already stripped out, it'll probably never get, like, if it goes back in, you'll probably have to drill it out, and that would suck. Because eventually, like I said, we'll do some rolling, preamp rolling chips. The chips rolling, whatever you want to call it. It's been a while. See that yeah, that's not good. It's not the screw itself, it's the dropout that goes into the front is a little bit gnarly. Probably wouldn't hurt to oil the threads and back it in, back it out a couple times. It's getting better now, but it's binding like crazy. There, we'll leave it at that. And I'll just replace this one with something else. I'm sure I have something like this in my stockpile, but I'm not putting that back in. Cool. We are good to go. This is going to be a fun journey. I definitely would like to thank them for sending it out. I appreciate it. And I enjoy it every time. Like, we're good to go. Bookshelves.